Welcome back. Sam the Electrician here, talking about Western independence and Alberta separation. I wanted to talk today about the Conservative Party of Canada leadership races that have been being held through the spring and summer here in 2020. And the four candidates, and my opinions on them, and my prediction as to who's going to win the leadership race. So go ahead and leave comments in the section below. I'll read them, and be some interesting reading. And maybe I'll start reading the most interesting comment I receive each time I make the next video or something. I've seen guys do that. It's kind of interesting. No promises, though. I don't really like having a set way of doing things. I just kind of make videos in my camp room at night here, as you know. So anyway, Conservative Party of Canada is having a leadership race. There's the four contenders or candidates. Peter MacKay from Nova Scotia, Erin O'Toole from Greater Toronto Area, Dr. Leslyn Lewis, I think she's also from Ontario, Toronto maybe, and then there's Derek Sloan, who I think is from out west. I'm not sure exactly where, Saskatchewan I believe, but I don't really pay attention that much. I just know the two big ones because they've been in the party forever and I recognize their names. And but yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to wag my finger at the Conservative Party for banning or disallowing certain candidates to even run in the leadership race because they hold socially conservative views, whatever that means. I know that the people who run the party want power back in Ottawa, and they are playing the political game, and they know they have to pander to a country that's full of leftists. Let's face it, Canada is at least 65% lefty. So they're playing the smart game, and they're basically disallowing views that would offend the snowflakes and the millennials and the lefties in this country. Even though those same people are allowed to, force their views on us, the very different views, but the same effect. They offend. I'm deeply offended by some of the degradations coming out of the left when it comes to social conventions and things that they think should be allowed or normalized anyway, let's say. The libertarian in me says you can do whatever you want as long as you're not impinging on other people's rights. But the left never wants to just leave it at that. They want to legislate to force their views on people and force people out here in the West and conservatives to, not only allow but jump on board with some of their views. I don't want to get too much into it in this video, so I'll just say the Conservative Party is disappointing. It's disappointed me greatly by not allowing people to run. If their views don't fly with the party membership, then they won't win. And they won't get voted in as leaders. That's why we have elections and leadership races in the first place, to decide whose ideas are going to win in the marketplace of ideas. It's debates. That's the democratic process. So by disallowing people to run, you're setting yourselves up as fascists, pretty much, ideological fascists, and I don't like it. However, being a separatist, it's really more of just an interest for me, not a, it's not a deeply held thing. I hold a membership in the party, so I can have some say, but hopefully we won't even have to listen to Ottawa soon enough. We'll see how that goes. So you got your Peter MacKay, Erin O'Toole, Leslyn Lewis, and Derek Sloan. Peter MacKay is old school Harper Conservative Party. He is the most, I would say, conservative light or blue liberal or red Tory, whatever you want to call them. He will go along to get along. He knows the game of party politics in Ottawa. He's been sucked into the system, and to me, he's just an empty suit. He's just a politician, career politician. He won't do anything for us out here. He's out for his constituencies out in the Maritimes, and he has no idea what we want or need out here in the West. Erin O'Toole, same thing. He He lives and works in Ottawa and has a riding in the Greater Toronto Area. Just because you carried a riding in the Greater Toronto Area a couple of elections in a row doesn't mean that you're going to flip the whole Greater Toronto Area and get them off the Trudeau mania and get them to come over and become Conservatives. It's not. I don't think it's a feasible plan. That's his big plan, the claim to fame. I can flip the GTA to blue. Well, that would remain to be seen. And even if you're not the leader of the party, then you should be working to do that anyway. And you've had 3 elections to do it, and you haven't done it. The soccer moms in Toronto are red, communist, liberal red. Like, you're not going to change their minds. They don't. They all have the groupthink thing going on down there. They have no idea what the West is even or wants. They don't even know where our cities are or who we are as a people. I've seen some interviews of people down there being asked about, Alberta wants to separate, and they're kind of like, what's in Alberta? Isn't that the grocery store down the street? So, it's not for me. They don't care about us. I don't care about them. So Aaron O'Toole is sort of, to me, just a placeholder as well. Leslyn Lewis was very entertaining. I watched the debates. Again, it was a very entertaining debate. I watched the whole thing, one of the English ones. And she came right out and said, I can be the face of the Conservative Party because then they can't call us racist and sexist. So vote for me and I'll be the face, and I'll take all the wind out of the sails of their attacks. And I thought I was pretty astute of her to mention that out loud and actually say it, because Canadian politics do follow American politics, and it's becoming more and more nasty. And they call us racist and they call us sexist, and we're a bunch of Nazis and far right and all these little names they have for anyone who isn't a full-blown Chinese Communist Party member at this point, in my opinion. And she's right. She could, take the wind right out of those sails, and they'd have to find something else to actually debate and attack her on. So it would be disconcerting for them. Though I think Trudeau's picture of him groping that young lady while he's in blackface pretty much took the wind out of his sails on that one. If I was in the Parliament, I would just hold up the picture every time he went on an ad hominem attack against one of the people. I'd just hold up the picture, and that would be about it for him. Why he's still even a political force in this country, it just shows that there's no depths of hypocrisy and double standards that the left will not sink to. There's no rule of their own that they will not break in order to maintain power and keep their people in. Can you imagine if a conservative, if pictures like that had surfaced about a conservative candidate, they wouldn't even they'd probably be deported, knowing the furor and uproar that would have come out of the left and the mainstream media, the CBC, the propaganda arm of the Liberal Party, would have been unending for weeks, and then we come to my favorite, Mr. Derek Sloan. He is a unapologetic conservative. He says his beliefs and he stands behind them, and he doesn't care how many people are with him or against him. Those are his beliefs. That's what he's running on, and I admire that. I don't think he's going to win because I think too many people think strategically like the first 2 big candidates. And I think, here's my prediction, I believe Aaron O'Toole will take the leadership. We'll find out in a week or 2, and I'll make a video about it, and we'll see if my prediction was right. I would like to see Derek Sloan win. Another criticism against him is that he can't fully, debate or speak in French in the Ottawa government, which, again, would become less and less relevant as time goes on to us here in Alberta, because if we leave, then French won't be a thing anymore. And actually, one of the first things that the Republic will do is tear down every French sign, and it'll be a one-language republic, which promotes unity more so than a divided population where you get, half the population almost don't speak the other half's language. That's a great divisive way to run a country. Trudeau loves that. That's a lot of the old politicians from down there. That's why they pander to Quebec. They keep the country divided and against each other, and that way they can maintain their power in Ottawa. So another reason why we need to just get out of the whole game and run our lives for and by Albertans. So I know this was a bit of a longer video. Thanks for bearing with me. Leave comments below. We'll talk to you soon on the next subject, and take it easy.